What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to TTP Ravens Media, bringing you Ravens content every single day. If you want to see that daily Ravens content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the notification bell as well if you want to get notified every single time I upload a brand new video. Before I get into this video, I want to say Joshua and I are recording our podcast tomorrow. If you guys have any questions, topics you want us to cover, players you want us to talk about, I put up a post in the community section of this YouTube channel. So if you guys want to throw it in there, it basically says, hey, leave any comments, thoughts, things that you want us to talk about in there. So that's a good spot for, if you want us to talk about different subjects. We will absolutely talk about them tomorrow when we do our recording. They'll be in segments, over the next week. But in this video today, I'm going to be talking about one specific player. Yesterday I talked about John Harbaugh, and I basically put up the question. I said, should the Baltimore Ravens fire John Harbaugh? That was the question that I asked, because I didn't want to go on a rant. I wanted to know what the people are saying. And I do want to say the results. I'm not going to analyze them or anything like that. It ended up being 52% of people saying the Ravens should fire John Harbaugh, 48% saying they should not fire Harbaugh. The Ravens community is very split right now. Don't want to talk about Harbaugh in this video. If you guys want to know, about that, go check out that other video. But I want to talk about Patrick Queen. Patrick Queen. And I'm going to put up a poll about this one as well, right when I, upload this video. Is Patrick Queen a liability? Like, have you given up on Patrick Queen? Ravens fans, Ravens flock, TTB family. What do we think about Patrick Queen? Because Patrick Queen is so hard to watch in coverage. It's bad. It's so bad. Like, this last game against the Bills, he didn't play terrible by any means. I feel like he's gotten better since his rookie year. I'm not trying to say he hasn't gotten better. But the problems, the biggest issues that he's had, he still has. He's atrocious with the ball in the air. He has no hands. We saw him jump a pass. Great job, jump to pass against Mac Jones. Right on the ground. Then we saw this last week. A ball got tipped to him, but it hit him right here. Once again, falls on the ground. And then we see week 2, we see the Ravens go up against the Miami Dolphins. Jalen Waddle starts running towards Patrick Queen, turns off the field. Patrick Queen completely has his ankles broken and is falling flat on his face right when Jalen Waddle catches the ball. Waddle ends up getting 40, 50 yards, something like that early in the game. He's not good in coverage. He's not good at all. Now, he does have some skill sets. He's decent in the blitz, but he has problems wrapping up, and I still see that today. I still see that in his game today, where it's like he gets through. He gets through the A gap, he gets through the B gap, but then he bounces off the tacklers every time, it feels like. Now, a lot of the times he bounces off of them and someone else is there to wrap him up because he was able to slow him down, which is still a good play by him. But he's not wrapping up. He's not getting those big hits. The quarterbacks, we saw Josh Allen get a big run. I don't want to say it was on Patrick Queen. They ran a play action, and Patrick Queen bit on the running back. So, you can't fault him for that. He played the running back. Josh Allen was able to get away. But he is someone that is struggling to tackle. He is someone that struggles severely in pass coverage. Why is he on the field? And I like Patrick Queen. I root for Patrick Queen. But at the same time, it's getting to the point where I am concerned that he is on the field. Josh Bynes should be on the field more. At least he can play, coverage. And in nickel situations, Patrick Queen should not be out there. If we're going to throw Chuck Clark in the box, we're going to throw Kyle Hamilton in the box, whoever we're going to throw in the box, they should be replacing Patrick Queen, because third and long, it's just so many situations where we see from Patrick Queen where it's just he is taken advantage of by these other teams. And again, I really want him to improve. I am a fan of his game, but at the same time, I'm getting to the point where I am concerned that the Ravens are going to have to finish the season with him as their linebacker one, because they can't replace him this year. That's not what this video is about, like being like, oh, you got to replace Patrick Queen right now. We can't really trade for anybody. We don't have the cap space to sign somebody, that's going to be better than him. Obviously I was a big fan of the potential to bring in Roquan Smith. I loved it. I found out Roquan Smith, once out, and I was like, oh my gosh, if we got Roquan Smith, the upgrade of Patrick Queen to Roquan Smith would be massive to the Baltimore Ravens. Now, the one thing that I will say is potentially Tyus Bowser could really help out Patrick Queen, because Tyus Bowser's good in pass coverage. He can drop back in the pass. He can get interceptions. He can swat the ball. He can stick to a tight end. So maybe when Tyus Bowser is able to return, which hopefully is soon, maybe he's playing, even though he traditionally plays Sam for the Ravens, maybe we see a little bit of Tyus Bowser at will, just in like certain situations, certain packages. Obviously not every down. We need him on the edge as well, playing at that Sam spot. But overall, I think Tyus Bowser could be taking over a little bit of Patrick Queen's job, because again, Patrick Queen is so bad, so consistently. If I had to look at the player that I have been the most frustrated with watching this season, because I tweet out typically, I typically only tweet out when I'm really mad. That's kind of my fault. But at the same time, I have Hulu with live TV. That's how I watch my games, so that it's a little bit delayed. So when people are tweeting and stuff like that, it's slightly delayed. So someone may say like, "Oh, touchdown!" Like if I check ESPN, it'll be ahead of what I'm watching. So I have my notifications off. I'm not on Twitter. But if I get really mad, I will hop on Twitter and I will say something. It's almost always about Patrick Queen or Harbaugh. But if we're talking about players, it's really Patrick Queen. That's been the only one. I've said a couple of things. Oh, Lamar should have done this. I wish Adafe could have done that. Or, if I'm really excited, Adafe away gets the sack on Josh Allen. Or Adafe away gets the tackle on Devin Singletary. What are you doing? Goes both ways. But Patrick Queen's the guy that I get most frustrated with, because he's there and he doesn't make the play. The opportunities are there and he's not taking advantage. And when you look at the successful teams ever in the NFL, the players at the prominent positions, and I'm going to say middle linebacker is a pretty darn prominent position in the NFL. You got to make plays. You don't need to be Ray Lewis. You don't need to be Mike Singletary. You don't need to be, one of the best middle linebackers of all time. But you need to be able to, make a couple of plays. Oh, hey, this pass was thrown right at you. Catch it. Hey, you got to the quarterback in the backfield. Wrap him up. Hey, you jumped the B gap. You hit the running back 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't let go of him and have him break a tackle. It's too consistently. Don't even know if that's a word. I see him do the first half and fail at the ladder. He gets to the quarterback. He gets in front of the ball. And then he doesn't finish. He's not a closer. Let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know in that poll. I'm putting out that poll, right when I upload this video. I'm probably going to wait about half an hour. And then I'm going to put out that poll about Patrick Queen. And I want to know the results. I think it's super interesting to see what all of you guys do. And also, polls actually really help the channel. So I appreciate everybody that does vote in those polls. It actually really does help out the channel, which I was kind of surprised by. But thank you all so much for watching. Subscribe for daily Ravens content. Josh and I will be back tomorrow with a podcast recording.